do this thing where during the holiday season they would have musicians stand on top of one of the news buildings and play Christmas songs as the credits were rolling on the newscast. And Andy asked me if I wanted to do that, and I said sure, it's any opportunity to get on TV. But I lost my voice pretty severely, and even when I had it, Christmas songs weren't really my forte. And so I thought, rather than do a bad version of an iconic song, maybe I'd just write my own. And so I wrote this song about my family. I come from a pretty big family, especially on my dad's side. They're from Waco, and my mom's family's from Houston. And we would alternate every holiday season and go back and forth. But in Waco, we would have these huge, 30, 40, 50 people would show up. And, but as time changes and perspective changes from being a kid to a young adult to an older adult, I thought about how the seasons change and your perspective changes, so that was the genesis of this song. A little background about my family. Some of these things I just found out recently. My mama, my great-grandmother, Mama, lived to be 101 years old. The last years weren't so hot. I mean, she was fine actually, but she just couldn't see real well. And I was the first great-grandchild, and she passed away when I was 8. And the entirety of her time on Earth, she used to call me Little Dutch Girl. I don't know if she's had it in her mind that that's what she wanted, and nobody ever, they were just like, let her have it. Let her have it. But I was neither Dutch nor a girl. And then her daughter, my grandmother, Nana, lived to be 104. And she was a lovely woman, but she didn't get along with my mom real well. And in part, I just found this out recently, my mouth apparently, my tongue apparently is oversized for my mouth. It doesn't fit exactly. This isn't a sad story. Life's fine for me. But when I was an infant, I didn't have the muscle tone to keep it where it should be, so it just kind of hung out like a cow. And my nana was convinced there was something wrong with me. And she used to tell my mom that all the time, there's something wrong with your child. And that lasted for years. It was confusing growing up for me. And then one last thing I'll say is I'm a sentimental guy, I'm an emotional guy, I cry easily. And my father's the same way. And the two of us get together and it gets ugly sometimes. And growing up, whenever we would cry, anybody in our family would say, oh, that's just the turnip seed in you. Like that was the thing that I was supposed to know. And I thought it was maybe some country expression, or the turnips had crying properties in them or something. And so I just accepted it and went through life thinking that was a phrase that people were familiar with. And I just found out about 5 years ago that it has nothing to do with turnips or their seeds. That my grandparents, when they were young, there was a family down the street. It was a father and 4 sons, and they were just notorious criers. And their last name was Turnip Seed. So for 40-something years, I've been telling people, oh, it's just the turnip seed in me, like they're supposed to know. There's like 6 living people who know what that means. Now there's 600. Well, we'd all head to Waco for the birth of our Lord. My folks and my brother in an 82 Ford. We pulled in the driveway filled up with cars, old aunts and old uncles. Lord, I see stars. And then we'd run to the kitchen, you know, kids in the games, play fetch with old Buster, call each of their names. Aunt Betty'd be singing while supper was cooking. We'd unwrap the gifts when no one was looking. Let's all get around. Grandpa said a blessing. Aunt Jane, she fell asleep. Mary Kate burned the dressing. We've got all of our friends and family here, and I'm grateful for Christmas this year. But this year we're in Houston. Let's all get together. Man, I almost saw snow. Can you believe this weather? Who's gonna be here? Uncle Frank can't make it. And since Pawpaw died, I don't know if Nana can take it. But this present's a sweater, and the pie don't taste right. Dad and the TV are starting to fight. I wish I had a drink, or maybe a dozen. Lord, what I'd give for one good-looking cousin. Let's all get. Dad, you said a blessing. Aunt Jane, she fell asleep. Mary Kate burned the dressing. But we've got all of our friends and family here, and I'm grateful for Christmas this year. Christmas lights don't make your hair look blue. The cousins ain't coming. John's overseas. My wife had somewhere she needed to be. But the ladies from the church said they might stop by. I brought you this picture. Mama, don't cry. Let's play cards and talk on the past. I know, Mom, it goes by too fast. So let's all get around. I guess I'll say the blessing. Aunt Jane, she fell asleep. Mary Kate forgot the dressing. But we've got all of our friends and family here, and I'm grateful for Christmas this year. Yeah, I'm grateful for Christmas this year.